Calafiori's been spoken about, done to death. I mean, Robbie had the exclusive for Windsor fell asleep last night.
Can't wait to put this video out. I've got the news first. Yeah. Well, you look like you're asleep.
Yeah. My question is going to be for Lee of why does he have to be so angry so quickly on minor matters?
Oh, this is deep. I mean,
He's turned it into a counselling session.
But it is a counselling session.
Trying to work it, mate.
I just run with the water in the background, man. Yo, Robbie sounds bad, does it?
Come on my house, man.
Did you make this channel? Hey, your channel is it? Right, go on, start now while he's cleaning up a bit.
Yeah.
We say sorry, guys. A bit of noise in the background. We've just got the cleaner,
cleaner
in. We've got a cleaner in over here.
Yeah.
Day 2 of Tour Diaries. The maid's in the back, and we just got so apologies.
I've seen prettier maids.
What a start.
Yeah.
Well, and Julian's here, people.
Hey, he's finally arrived. Thank you for turning up.
I've seen that before.
There he goes, man.
Well, like I mentioned, Julian has arrived, as you can probably tell. You were late. You want to explain why you just didn't want to join us as a team?
Well, I did want to join you. I mean, the first thing was, it's a bit like a captain of a ship. You always make sure that everyone else is fine.
Oh, so you're the captain of the ship, is what you're saying?
I think I was pretty much the tour captain to begin with in organising it and getting everyone here. And I just wanted to make sure, it was more of a sort of, I think the word is an altruistic move, that I made sure that everyone else was fine before myself. So I arranged absolutely everything for everyone. And then,
as a team leader, though, Julian,
yeah,
right? As a tour captain or whatever you want to call yourself,
captain of the ship.
Yeah, captain of the ship, right? As a team, you should everyone
like
should,
the Titanic.
Yeah, everyone should travel
mate,
the way you travel. A captain doesn't go into business class and leave the rest to sit squished in a certain economy level. And I don't mind flying economy, I don't mind it. But as a captain, surely you'd want to have everyone else travel as you are, because you want to lead by example, right?
I would have loved you to travel with me, but unfortunately there was only one seat in business. And so if you look at captains of a ship, they normally have a better cabin than everyone else. In fact, always. And this particular captain had a slightly better cabin than the rest of you.
But 24 hours later, though?
No, it was less than 24 hours.
Okay.
But you were
late.
But
I'm here.
You're here, yeah. Better late than
never. Late than never.
So you had a better cabin. So as the tour captain, I'm assuming you have the best room and everything when you're here in the house.
Well, I think once I get here, then there's another tour captain. And I've got I'm not here to criticise.
You just called him an ugly maid.
No, I didn't call him an ugly maid. I just said I've seen better looking maids. That was all.
Hopefully he's done his job properly. It looks tidy back there, to be fair. Yeah, he's got to earn his keep.
Yeah, breakfast. I was cooking breakfast for him.
He has done a good job. So I'm not here to criticise anything, because I'm very grateful that I've been invited. Although I did invite myself. That's usual.
As you usually do.
Yeah. The house is lovely. The location is great. If there was 3 of us, but there isn't 3 of us, is there? There's 8 of us. My girlfriend asked, "Have you got your own room?" My response was, "I haven't even got my own bed."
Yeah, well,
yeah.
But let's just talk about your arrival here, because you messed up a lot for us personally. The car situation, which you didn't give me the full story about. I had to wait hours. I
did give you the full story.
You didn't give me the full story.
If you'd read your WhatsApp messages...
If you rang me and told me...
I sent you a message.
Yeah, okay.
I sent you a message, and we've gone through your messages, and you've seen the message where I showed you how to log in online, where you could have checked in online, and I did it through tapoa.com, which is really easy to use. You could have checked in, you could have gone... You didn't have to go through the queuing, and you could have just picked up the car. But no, you didn't read.
Well, that's a lie, because when we got there was a long queue. You saw me out. You was outside for a while.
But he's saying if we logged in.
If you logged in, like I showed you, you wouldn't have to queue.
I had to pay for insurance and everything.
You could have done that all online. That's the whole joy of it.
I know, I could have just walked through and just got my keys and just left.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to get the key. The key would have been in the car. So if you'd followed my instructions on that tapoa.com, you would have then just gone straight through, checked in online. It would have taken about 5-10 minutes and paid for the insurance online. But you didn't listen.
Well, you didn't explain it as a team leader. You didn't really explain it properly.
I gave you the logins and told you to get in.
We're
Happy?
here now. Anyway.
We're here.
We're here.
We
Cars
have
here.
2 great
Yep.
cars instead of 1. But
Yep.
it was right to have 2 different cars so we can enjoy our own trips. We can go away. I mean, you had an idea to go Disneyland today, yesterday, tomorrow.
I would have gone to Disneyland any day. And Curtis, before we got here, was, yeah, let's go to Disneyland. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then he did in typical Curtis fashion. Oh, well, I don't know.
Typical?
Not quite sure. Do you remember New York last year?
Yeah, you wanted to go on a boat trip.
Let's go on a boat. Yeah, we'll do that. And when it actually comes to doing it, it's like, oh, I don't know. Well, do you
know
really
what it is?
fancy
Team
it?
leader, he's not really that motivated.
Because you know what it is? He's got to sell it a bit better. He's like, let's go on a boat in New York. I'm like, give me the details, a bit more specific,
Yeah,
Well, what was yesterday's idea? Ghostbusters.
He wanted to go on a ghost tour. I'm like, brother, Jamaica man, we don't deal with them duppy man things, I don't want to go on no ghost tour.
The what things?
Well, basically, as Jamaican, we don't like the ghosts and all that.
Yeah. Right.
We call
It's
them
more of a
duppies.
history tour.
Yeah, I don't
So
want to
it's-
know the
it's
history of
not-
ghosts.
Well, it's not you go to an area and they walk you round and you get to learn the history.
Of what ghosts?
Well, what's happened in certain areas? So it's things about the mafia.
Okay.
Whatever's happened in that
You didn't
area.
sell it like this. Though.
You sold it like
you
we
said
were on a ghost
Ghostbusters
tour,
3
bro.
hours, then a ghost
Like
tour.
Halloween.
So I just read the options that I'd put together. So one of us had put an options together.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, that was myself.
Yeah.
And you guys had come up with nothing other than let's go to the same place that we did last year. And when we went last year on a weekday night, there was no one there.
Yeah.
So why do we think it's going to be any different?
That's what you're here for, innit? As the leader, you've been here before.
Yeah, captain of the ship.
You take us to karaoke bars and
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? Singing ABBA.
my days. Pop world and then.
Pop World's great.
Oh, well, anyway, well, let's
Go on.
move forward, boys.
Yeah, let's move on.
Because I can't go through all this again. It's match day. I know I'm in my pajamas. Listen, these lot got me out of bed to host this and start and have a conversation, but it's match day. It's a bit different, obviously, being a pre-season tour. We've done this many times, but the first thing to kind of discuss is what we're going to be doing. Why are you small? What's the giggling? It's match day. So what are you guys firstly looking forward to most for match day? And what is the... Well, that's a good question. What's the plan for match day? We got a tailgate before. Did we do a tailgate last time I was here? We didn't.
No,
So
we did
far-
for
so far-
Chelsea
so
and
far we
Orlando,
didn't.
we did, yeah, but not here.
Not here.
Here before.
Okay, so looking forward to... Anyone looking forward to the tailgate? It'd be a good little event, meeting all the fans. Food.
Yeah,
You love that.
food. We like food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to... Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually the game because I haven't seen Arsenal play
Yeah, amen.
for a few months. Although I did go to, I think it was the under-23 game a couple of weeks ago, which was missold. It said Arsenal 11. And I thought there was going to be some first-team players there when it says Arsenal 11. It didn't specifically say it was an under-23 game. And when I got there, it was more like Arsenal under-11s. So I'm looking forward to seeing sort of the Arsenal partly first team.
There could be Arsenal players of the future that you'll see. Do you know that you should have the same sort of
it was,
feeling?
it was interesting, but I did want to see a splattering
see
of
a
Arsenal.
first-team
I want to
player.
see someone.
There's a lot of youngsters on this trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is, but then we know that there was always going to be, and I don't mind seeing that. And it's good that there is a few youngsters because they could be our future, and it's games like this and tours like this that give them the opportunity to show what they're about.
He's right.
Do you know what it is? You know when you've been watching the Euros,
Yeah.
and after a while watching Gareth Southgate's football, I'm like, please just get back to Arsenal.
What do you mean
'cause
a while? About 3 minutes of watching that sort of
Well,
football.
you know, we tried to. We were doing watch-alongs for it and all sorts of things. Like, it makes you appreciate the football that Arsenal play and
Yeah.
how entertaining it is. So I'm actually happy that Arsenal are back. I think there's a lot of players that I'm quite intrigued to watch. You know, like they're saying Jesus had a great pre-season.
Yeah.
Timber's back. You know,
They're
and
looking strong.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
You got to look at Odegaard. Hasn't gone to the Euros, so you're expecting him to be fresh. I think it'll be an interesting game tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they're saying Jesus is in the best shape of his life since he's been at Arsenal. So
Yeah.
he's got a little bit of pressure on his shot, not for this game, but for the season ahead.
Yeah.
To really stay fit and then hit some hopefully 15+ goals in the league. Anyone taking anything away from if we lose today? Have you even considered it, or is anything that you're gonna take that with? You know, have an opinion on certain things if we lose, or do you not care at all? It's pre-season.
I think Arsenal are actually at a disadvantage for this game to Bournemouth and it does have an effect. And I think we've all felt it. That I arrived yesterday, you arrived the day before. One thing about coming to the West Coast is that it absolutely messes you up. Completely messes you up. We're getting up at 3:30 in the morning. We're tired.
You nearly killed us in the car yesterday.
Yeah. Well. Yes. I was literally.
I don't think we should be in that lane.
Julian. It really affects me, and all I was trying to do was drive a car in a straight line, and I was struggling.
Quite challenging.
Quite challenging. So if I
Team leader.
if I had to play a game of competitive football
a
few days after stepping off a plane, I'm not going to be at my best. Now, Arsenal arrived here on Sunday. The game's Wednesday. Bournemouth have already been here a week. I think they arrived Tuesday. They've already had a game against Wrexham.
Oh, up there.
Right.
They've drawn that 1-1. It's been a competitive game. So they've had time to adjust. They haven't been as affected by the Euros as we have, so our best players aren't here. But then we still should beat a team like Bournemouth.
Yeah,
we
but
are
that result you just mentioned, 1-1 against Wrexham. Bournemouth's their Premier League side. I mean, you said it was competitive, but that really, if that might show a few things that they're not going to be to the level that we are.
I think it's the perfect game to play as our first game, because you'd still expect to beat or be able to compete with a game like Bournemouth, a team like Bournemouth. Not that they're not a good team, they're a Premier League team, but they're not like Man United or Liverpool, who are playing later in the tour, and who we should be acclimatised from the time difference.
I think even though we turned up later than them, we're going to have a better 11 on the pitch than they are. I know what you're saying about the time difference, but I think if we were to lose, I don't think you can use that as much of an excuse. They got here Sunday, they've had a few days to adjust, I think. Look, if you look at the last 2 seasons, we've had good results in pre-season. It's kind of fed into the season. So I think there's no need to panic if we lose, but you wouldn't want to come out here and lose all 3 games, for example.
But it does make a difference on the time difference. The fact they've come straight to LA, whereas the other tour we went to Orlando, and then the tour after that last season we went to the East Coast and then went to the West Coast. So we had a gradual acclimatisation.
It'd be interesting. It's annoying. You wouldn't want to say it should affect them, but you make a good point. It could affect anyone.
I mean, we're human.
But it's been a few. We'll see. I'm hoping Arsenal hope for a win. Is it a stadium that you haven't been? Is it your Excel spreadsheet something to tick off? Is it a new stadium for both?
Unfortunately not. That's the one disappointment for me on this tour. That 2 of the 3 stadiums I've already been to. So the only new stadium on my spreadsheet is going to be Philadelphia.
No, I've never been to this one. It's LA Galaxy, isn't it? David Beckham's old ground. Yeah. When did you come here? What game?
I went to see LA Galaxy play. I think it was Detroit when I was over here on business about 5-6 years ago. It's quite a small stadium. The area's not the best either. So
I heard it's near Compton, man. So you know what I mean, them Arsenal shirts and red shirts. You know what I mean? You got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, and last time I went here, I went on public transport as well, which was...
There's a shock.
Yeah.
Didn't want to pay for the Uber, no?
No.
This guy,
that's one of the few times where maybe I should have invested.
Yeah, that extra $5-10.
Bit more than that, but still.
This guy,
it was an experience.
Outrageous. There's an experience. I hear that.
You're learning by your mistakes, because I won't do that again.
I think a lot of people. I mean, I'm reading the comments. A lot of people are excited to see you, Julian. You're excited to see, some of the people. I read the comments of the vlog. You seem like you're quite excited to.
Yeah, I think it's quite polarised. There's a lot of people looking forward to seeing me, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. And then there's other people that are not so excited to see me.
Who, Lee?
But you can't.
That's life, isn't it?
That's life. But you can't please all the people all the time.
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
only be who you
Don't
are.
worry about it.
It's very true.
Yeah.
That's learn it. Calafiori has been spoken about, done to death. I mean, Robbie had the exclusive for Windsor fell asleep last night.
Can't wait to put this video out. I've got the news first. Yeah. Well, you look like you're asleep.
We've got the exclusives. Can't wait for it.
Lads, let's go home and getting the video out. Where's the video? Yeah, he's gone for a nap. Here, Robbie, we got some bad news. Ornstein's dropped it. Yeah, but I knew it first. I knew it.
Mate, the dream must have been good. But yeah, Calafiori is going to be the talk of the tour, I'm sure. The tour until another name pops up. But how are we feeling? Curtis, I've come to you. Are you excited? Obviously, Ornstein did drop the news. We did know about it a little bit earlier, but sadly, he got to it first. But he's going to be coming out here and meeting the team, doing his medical and that. Excited for that. It's done now. So pretty much.
Is it done or is it pretty much done?
Well, pending the medical.
Yeah, he's
flying out.
He's flying now. It's been confirmed.
He's flying out here.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's going to be
doing it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll get to play. It'll be interesting.
Maybe the Philadelphia game. Maybe Zinchenko flew out that time, didn't he?
If they're flying him out all the way to the West Coast, you'd think that he's going to come out. He's not just going to sign a piece of paper that he could sign in London.
In your mind, the sleep, the time.
No, he does.
He probably hasn't trained yet.
Yeah. So maybe he's all right for a little appearance on Saturday.
Listen, I'm glad I'm glad it's through the door. The thing with Arsenal sometimes, like you have that initial excitement, we're going to sign this player, and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're just like, do you know what I mean? And then by the time it's announced, you're a bit like, come on, just get it over that. Listen, I'm happy it's done because it's obviously somebody that Arteta has targeted, and we know every year we seem to be linked with a left-sided defender, don't we? Every year. It's a position he obviously wants to address, and I hope he's as good as everyone says, because to be honest, I only really seen him in the Euros, a couple of games before that, and it'll just be interesting where he plays. Is he going to play at left back? Is he going to challenge Gabriel for left centre back? But we need squad depth.
Does add a bit of spice to the tour, though.
Yeah,
we actually get to see a new. Well,
because like you said the other day, I felt sorry for a lot of the fans. You've come here and you're like, half the first team's missing and there's no new signings out here. So I think to get one player over the line, I'm hoping it's a bit of a domino effect now that the next signing can then come, and do you know what I mean? We want to see a few more happen now.
He don't seem to be that heavily linked with anyone else, do we? In other positions.
It's Robbie. He does a show for you.
If he's awake.
Yeah.
We're all getting sacked up to this.
How funny is it though? For 4 weeks he's been talking about Calafiori, and the day it drops, he dozes off in the car. Gets a good 8 hours sleep.
He was back asleep before, because I thought he was supposed to be doing this show, and then he went back to sleep.
Yeah. He just done the cleaning duties. He's probably gone for a quick nap.
Julian, on Calafiori though, you must be excited to see a new side and see how he plays, see how he fits into this Arsenal side.
Yeah, if Mikel rates him, then I'm excited, because he very rarely makes mistakes.
I heard you say this off camera. You're like you fully trust everything that he does.
I think the majority, no one's going to get everything right, but the majority of the big signings that he's made, I can't think of one that hasn't worked out. Bigger signings.
What do you class as big signings?
There are some signings that didn't.
So anything really over 40 million in the
you did that. You did that nicely, because then that takes Fabio Vieira out at 35, Kivior at 27.
Yeah,
most of them have.
I mean, that is the definition these days of a big signing. I mean, when I was growing up, there was Trevor Francis, who was the first £1 million signing, and that was massive, but things have changed. So now I would say a big signing is 40 million, a super signing is anything over sort of 90 million.
Super signing, boy, that's a new
We've only done one of them.
We've only done one of them. So if you look at what I would call the bigger signings, the major signings that he's made, I can't think of a mistake unless you can.
That's funny. Out of the big signings, that's funny, because you spoke about, it seems like we linked to someone or it's confirmed, but it just takes so long. I literally, just before we was filming this, shamefully was watching the Declan Rice welcome videos, was just going back through
your dance? What about the dance video?
We're just going through some, me and the production team.
Yeah.
But like some of the things in that, we was talking about, we knew about this signing back in January. I said in the welcome video that it feels like he's been an Arsenal player for months.
Yeah.
But he hasn't actually officially signed. It does feel similar to this Calafiori. It's still quite a few deals though. It seems like we're linked to someone for so long. Maybe because I watch Transfer Daily as well. I think Robbie will talk about a player so many times that you feel like, oh my God, they're here already. But it did take a bit of time. It is probably nice. It's nice to know that he's going to fly out here, do his medical. I think that is another reason why as well they're accelerating it, because the fans, for them, it's nice to see someone new. Obviously with a depleted squad, the ones that played in the major tournament. So I think it is key that he's going to be out here and hopefully get some minutes. I think Philly will be. It'll be a surprise if he does start against United.
I can't see that. Maybe off the bench for a few minutes.
But even a defender, it's a bit rare to see that. So maybe it is a Philly thing. But,
just get him in the stadium, don't you? I think in Arsenal's defence, sometimes you got to think that other clubs are trying to sign the player. Sometimes it's in your interest as a player to delay the move to just, maybe this club have offered you, and then you use that against Arsenal. Yeah. So it's not always the club's fault, is it?
And also this particular transfer was complicated by the other. I think Roma were even trying to get involved, and the other teams taking their cut of it. Yeah, and these days they are more complicated. It's not just a case of the player. There's a lot of the team around them and the agents on both sides.
Yeah, you're right. I think there's a lot of people trying to take cuts.
And there's a lot more money involved. When there's a lot more money involved, you've got to be careful.
No, that's very true. I do want to take this time before we go to, because the production sent me some comments or some questions from comments, but I want to take this time just briefly just to let everyone know about some of the things that we have loosely planned where we're going to be. So for tomorrow, we're supposed to be, I'm going to give the venue. It's at 7 p.m. We'll be at 1964 Westwood, Boulevard, LA, 90025. It's a venue. I believe we're doing like a meet and greet, talk, catch up. So make sure you guys come down. Come down and see us all. It's Robbie and friends. They've got a flyer going out. We'll be there.
Is there food? Just want to understand what it is and
I think
the venue.
I think in the area there's places to buy some food. If you want to buy food, would you buy some food in the area? I'm sure there's some nice.
He doesn't really want to buy it. Yeah, he'd rather be given it.
That's the event for tomorrow. So Thursday, 7 p.m. Also, before we go there, so around about 3 p.m, we're going to be at Venice Beach. Big up Tim, Venice Beach FC, so VBFC. It's an amazing area. They've got a court there, they've got a football pitch, they've got a shop there as well. It's on Venice Beach. We're going to be doing a super fan debate there with some of the people you regularly see on YouTube when it comes to fan culture. I believe United View will be over here, so KG, Flex, and then it'll be obviously all the AFTV guys, and maybe some of the big six will be down there as well. So that's tomorrow at 3 p.m, Venice Beach, and then later on we're going to be at that event that I mentioned earlier. And then I believe we'll be passing by Wrighty's house on Friday. Wrighty's house is a podcast name, it's not his house, because I think people get really confused. I think I haven't got the fitter name, but we'll be promoting, I'm sure, in the next coming days. But we'll be there as well. And then obviously we'll be at all the games. Today we'll be at the tailgate and then the fan cams after. So make sure you guys come down and see us. I thought I should do that to give you an idea of where we're going to be, because we keep getting a lot of messages from people saying, we want to come, where are you going to be? We'd love to meet up and catch up. So that's all of that.
I'd like to be at Disneyland at some point. Anyone wants to take me there?
Disneyland, yeah, it's better than the ghost tour. I think I'd rather go to Disneyland than go to the ghost tour. Questions to answer. LA is the home of celebrities. This is what's been sent from production. Who would your ideal celebrity sighting be?
I would say LeBron James for me. My favourite basketball player. He lives out here.
Didn't you go and...
I watched him, but no.
Couple days ago.
Yeah, but watching a meeting is different, isn't it? Security was, I tried to wriggle my way through, but yeah.
Fair. I've been intrigued.
LeBron.
Julian,
you've thrown this question at me. This wasn't one that was... It was planned. Didn't have time to research.
I'm interested to see your answer.
How do you research? Because who would you want to see?
No, because
in LA.
Because I like to think of people that I really want to meet.
Yeah.
You can't do that now. You're an intelligent. You can't just think of
not that intelligent.
No, I can, because the first thing you think of is what are your favourite films. So what was your favourite actor or actress in that film? I think my favourite film was Wolf of Wall Street. So I'd like to meet Leonardo DiCaprio.
There you go.
Film.
That's great.
It's a great film. Yeah.
There you go.
You got to the answer quite well then. Yeah,
Didn't need research.
I didn't research it, but I needed some thinking time.
Fair.
And it could be that in about 20 minutes I think of someone else that I'd have rather met, which I didn't think
We'll run with that first
but
answer.
Leonardo DiCaprio would be fine.
Okay.
Do you know what? Funny enough, last time I was in LA,
Here it goes.
Who did you meet? Oh, you met Arteta, didn't you?
Arteta, the Cronkies.
Yeah.
Tim Lewis.
I'd rather meet them than Leonardo DiCaprio.
Just walked into a bar and they were there. So that was, I don't think I can top that really. Yeah. But movie wise, I don't know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think he's The Rock. I think that's he's one of the big movie stars. Kevin Hart maybe.
He was one that got slapped at the Oscars, wasn't
it?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Here he goes, look. Oh, look the same.
Can you want to see it? Rock. He's in the same sort of
Is it
tone.
Kevin Hart or Chris Rock? I don't know.
I don't watch these things. Right, let's just stick to football. Yeah.
See, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Say no more.
Good.
Don't worry.
Right,
The next question is,
Yeah.
what do you rate Cecil's cooking skills ability out of 10? Did any of you have the food yesterday?
No, I didn't.
It was you guys were. Where were you lot when they were filming this?
Well, I was on a plane.
You weren't here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
I had fruit for breakfast, so I missed it.
You missed it. Well,
Yeah.
we can't answer that one.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that. But I might cook today. So
I was surprised you can cook though. Fair play.
Bro,
to you.
I like cooking. I can cook,
Okay,
but
fair
people
enough.
just they assume.
It was when you said you couldn't use a washing machine.
Yeah.
We were
Do
all
you know what?
like,
The comments are killing me for that, you know. Listen, no, it's not. I'm trying to think, how can I justify this?
you can't.
Well, you lived
At this big
you lived
age.
with your mum up to it.
For a long time. Now I've got, and then, the women in my life have been
Taking care of you.
Yeah. So I just didn't ever need to use a washing machine.
You're definitely agreeing. I can see it in his face. Like, yeah, you're right.
I was just
You don't-
thinking about things I shouldn't say. So
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I want to be here for the rest of the tour.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be
Get
flying
led out,
back
yeah.
again.
These relaxed podcasts.
Robbie, we got a problem.
That's the thing. You don't want to get too relaxed, do you?
Yeah. That's
Say
it.
some crazy things, but but it is bad of me. I should learn to use a washing machine. But you know what? I'm a man of many other capabilities. And bring a lot.
You can sing and dance.
Sing's questionable, but
Yeah.
or rap.
Rap
but
career
dance.
hasn't gone where we hoped. But
Will you guys do? Oh, this is a nice question. Will you guys do an escape room? They have some of the best in the USA.
that's the kind of thing you want.
this-
isn't it?
I'd
Can
like to
you
do that.
research? I'd love that.
I can do all those things, but then when it comes to it, you guys, let's do it. And then when it comes to it, no one wants to go out.
Okay, well, I would like an escape room. I
Fine.
think that'd be brilliant, even for the
Okay.
for
Good
the-
content
for
as well.
So let's do this then. Who would Robbie be good in an escape room?
Be careful
Yes,
how
of
you
course
answer.
he would. Yes. Be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a leader, giving us the direction, do you think he'll be?
Or maybe cleaning it afterwards
Oh, we're in trouble.
in his
after
mate's
this.
outfit.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't watch this.
We're in trouble after
Yeah.
this podcast. What about lead judges in an escape room? Can help us. Do you think it'll be quite useful?
No. I mean, you have to read, don't you, in escape rooms?
Oh, gosh.
Right, we're gonna. Do you know
Move
what?
on.
We're gonna have
He's
to-
dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get close off this podcast before fights break out. Because I think the boys will be coming back in soon. But that's crazy. I've got to ask questions for the next pod and leave some questions. So quickly, question each for the next tour diaries. Give them one question for the next load that come in and sit down and have this conversation.
Oh, we've got to give them questions.
Yeah, for tomorrow. Just give them one question.
Go on, you go first.
Think of one as well. Think about it. We've got the game today, and
All right. Tell us a player that you would like Arsenal to sign.
okay.
That's a fair one.
One
isn't it?
question for the next group tomorrow.
Tell us a
Julian?
player.
Which player? Yeah, that is boring.
All right,
isn't
they're
it?
telling me it's boring.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
thought it is
I need,
boring
as you
Yeah.
said, I
You
needed
need time,
thinking time. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
this was a discussion before we came on. I said, "What are we talking about?" So I can at least get something. Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous.
It's the cameras are just on. We're just talking.
And when you're supposed to be
catch up.
spontaneous, this is what happens. Boring.
All right, well, give us
Yeah.
an.
Here we go. I'll leave, shall I?
It's falling out of the whole house.
Yeah.
in under an hour.
This is why it was good he came a day late. We had a good first day. Now it's going downhill.
So it's a question for.
For tomorrow's group, that's gonna. It's not
All
rocket
right,
science.
you go first,
Go
then.
on.
I'll have a
No,
think.
you go first. I've got no.
He's asking us for a
Right.
question.
I'll give one after. You go. Go on.
I have
Could
no
be
idea.
anything.
What do I want to ask him? I've got no idea what I'd want to ask Lee. Other than, can he stop snoring?
But it's. Do you know what? Let me see if I can lead by
Yeah.
example.
You try and do a
let me-
question.
Okay, so
Yeah. you give
so-
us an entertaining question.
So we're going to the game tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to be obviously seeing Arsenal versus Bournemouth. The question that I want to ask the panel tomorrow morning when they come on this pod is, it's still kind of boring. I was going to say who surprised you the most out of the 11 that played for Arsenal?
That's no more entertaining than mine. You can't be calling mine boring then accepting that.
No, it's worse.
There you go.
it's worse.
Production has stitched us with this.
I think the moral of this story is
No, we're not.
Tell us in advance.
tell us in advance. We can come up with something creative and entertaining.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's all you've
that's the
got.
results.
Yeah.
Right, give us one more boring question.
So I'm under pressure for it not to be boring, but
No,
it
it's
has
not.
to be.
We've just go given boring questions. Give us one boring question for tomorrow's cast. Come on, because we've got to wrap up. I want to go get ready and go out. I'm still in my pajamas.
All right, my question is going to be for Lee. Of why does he have to be so angry so quickly on minor matters?
Oh, this is deep. I mean,
He's turned it into a counselling
But
session.
it is a counselling
You know what I
session
mean?
because
What we're going for here.
because I do
We're not
not
going for this.
This ain't the programme.
But I do not understand why I do or anyone does something very minor and he can just go from being really friendly to an absolute maniac, and I think he's actually going to physically attack me. He never has, to be fair, but he'll go from. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday, and he's got about 10 pairs of shoes, all laid out, all very neat and tidy.
And you put your trainers on top
Flip-flops
of each other.
everywhere.
No, I didn't have enough room for my suitcase. There wasn't enough room for my suitcase. So all I did, I very tidily put some of his trainers on top of his trainers to get some more room.
But if you weren't late,
You know you can't be putting trainers on top of other trainers.
If you weren't late, you'd have that space as well. Because you arrived late, you didn't have a section in the room, so it's your fault. Anyway, right, we're gonna.
So that would be my less boring question.
Yeah, terrible question. Anyway, people, let us know in the comments. Give us some questions as well. I hope you've enjoyed day 2 of Tour Diaries. Big up Junior and big up Curtis. It's been an interesting one, but I'm gonna go make some food and get ready to hit the day. And it is match day, so we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. Take care. We'll see you soon. Love, peace.